Makulay ang
Rene Alster Oliva, a Filipino artist of many forms and a heart full of wonder. Versatility, heritage, and heart support the extraordinary artistry of Rene Alster Oliva, a Filipino creative whose visual language bridges cultures, generations, and media. A native of Iriga City, Bicol, now based in Kuwait, Rene's multifaceted career spans illustration, fine art, mural design, concept development, and graphic work. In every medium and genre, from realism to abstraction, Rene paints with a purpose: to preserve beauty, express identity, and honor the inner child that still sees the world with wonder. Rene earned his Bachelor of Fine Arts, majoring in advertising, from the Philippine Women's University, a foundation that sharpened his design sensibility and visual discipline. But his close relatives sowed the seeds of his creativity much earlier. Rene grew up by tradition and encouragement in a family of artists and educators. His father, Alfonso Lantuc Oliva Al, was a renowned Bicolano artist, and his mother, being a former DepEd Al's regional chief, advocated the value of creative education. This training taught Rene more than technical proficiency. It taught her an abiding enthusiasm for cultural storytelling, a love of education, and a sensitivity to the potential of art to bridge generations. Today, that legacy continues with his own children, especially his daughter Jaffa, with whom he has exhibited in generational showcases a rare and meaningful reflection of lineage, shared vision, and artistic continuity. Whether working with ballpoint, pencil, watercolor, oil, acrylic, or Photoshop, Rene Alster Oliva brings a distinct gentleness and thoughtfulness to every piece. There's no bravado in his work, just a quiet elegance that draws the viewer inward. His jeepney illustrations, for example, go beyond pop culture tropes. They highlight Philippine tradition, spirituality, and craft, reframing iconic local symbols with respect and detail. In works like Wang Ad Age, Rene pays homage to Filipino ancestral heritage, capturing both likeness and spiritual presence. In Patrona Ni Bicol, he fuses faith and folklore with regional pride. Piso Filipino reflects his interest in nationalism and visual storytelling symbols interpreted through art that feel both personal and public. His illustrations of flora, fauna, saints, and indigenous themes point to a spiritual sensitivity. Even in abstraction, recurring shapes like triangles and circles emerge as symbols of unity, divinity, and continuity. Unlike many artists who confine themselves to a particular technique or aesthetic, Rene moves fluidly across traditional and digital spaces. His work includes detailed ballpoint portraits, hyper-expressive digital character sketches, and soothing animal studies in watercolor, while his Jeepney series captures cultural vibrancy through sharp lines and bright color. His more introspective digital pieces often reveal philosophical or spiritual themes, executed with restraint and subtle emotion. This range doesn't dilute his voice, it strengthens it. Rene's flexibility means he can speak across visual languages and still sound like himself. His paintings always possess a reflective touch, a deliberate selection of light, texture, or pattern that leads the eye without overpowering it. A sense of approachability makes his paintings both intimate and universal. Education and mentorship are part of Rene's artistic process. Having been mentored in his early years by a group of Bicolano artists, he now mentors, is a role model, and a community builder. His participation in local and international exhibitions promotes his work and inspires other Filipino artists. As an OFW in Kuwait, Rene continues to balance professional commitments in the fashion and design industry with his calling as a cultural advocate. His philosophy is simple but profound: to do art with heart and never lose the sense of wonder the artist child has in you. This belief runs like a current throughout Rene's works. His art retains a sense of freshness, curiosity, and warmth, even when dealing with heavy or historical themes. His pieces don't seek attention, they invite reflection. They feel rooted in something real, something familiar yet elevated through skill and soul. Rene Alster Oliva's work is not one trend or category. It is part of a tradition of people who watch, feel strongly, and express meaningfully. His work showcases a life lived serving his heritage while searching out new forms, a delicate balance of technical competence and emotional depth, parent and child, tradition and modernity, faith and form, discipline and dream. Everything is interconnected in Rene's creative universe. Whether drawing a symbolic mandala in ink or designing a digitally animated scene, Rene reminds us that art can be sacred, simple, and significant all at once. Rene Alster Oliva is not just an artist, he is a keeper of culture, a bridge between generations, and a visual poet of Filipino identity. His art does not clamor for attention, but once seen, it is unforgettable.